Okay, so we will begin with the second module today. So the objective of the today's lecture is we will be studying about the various losses in fiber optics communication. Okay, so you will come to know that there are so many kinds of loss that are taking place. So we have seen how the fiber is fabricated, how I protect the fiber, how I join the fiber using a connector or a coupler or a splice. Okay, so all these things contribute to the loss in fiber communication. Okay, so two categories of losses. So today's lecture, we will just see an overview of the attenuation loss and the dispersion loss. Okay, so please make a table as I am saying the names of that losses, because many times a short note comes where they just write fiber attenuation loss and you have the half the chapter to write in fiber attenuation loss. So if you tabulate at least the names, okay, you can see that that itself covers one page, and then at least two sentence if you write about each, then that makes that full entire short note. Otherwise you forget कि अच्छा ये loss किसमें था. Okay, so there are one laws, then uske andar three subcategory, uske andar then subcategory. So many kinds of losses are there. So this module, the name of this module is the transmission characteristic of optical fiber. So here we will see how those three windows, how we selected those three windows. Okay, it was all due to these behavior of fiber at that particular wavelength. Some loss was happening, so that's why we selected that particular window of operation. Okay, so module 2 is again divided into subpart 2.1 and 2.2. So 2.1, here we have all the types of losses. So see the name, attenuation loss, then we have absorption loss, then we have linear and non-linear scattering loss, then we have bending loss, then we have dispersion. Okay, so we have modal dispersion, we have waveguide dispersion, then we have pulse broadening dispersion shifted, and then pulse dispersion flattened fibers, and then the various non-linear effects that are taking place in fiber optics. So these are some of the names of the fiber losses. So today we will be starting with the attenuation loss. Now, attenuation is not something new word for you. You have already heard what is attenuation. Attenuation means decrease in signal strength. We have amplification, and opposite of amplification is attenuation. In amplification, the signal strength is increased. In attenuation, the signal strength is decreased. So we say that suppose I have an input power level, the output power level will be little bit less because I will not have 100% efficiency. Okay, so I have a particular P0. Now over the transmission line, if the output power decreases, so I measure the power level. Okay, so if the power level is less, I say that the signal is attenuation. Okay, so when I talk of attenuation, you are just talking of the signal strength, that is you are measuring the power level of the output signal, or you are measuring the voltage level of the signal. In our lab, when we are measuring attenuation, we don't have a power meter, so we measure the voltage either from the CRO or from the multimeter. And seeing that compared to the previous scenario, or current scenario, if the voltage level is less, so then we conclude that attenuation has taken place. The second kind of distortion will or loss will change the shape of the output pulse. Usually we have a Gaussian shaped pulse or a rectangular pulse. That is a digital transmission, we use a rectangular shaped pulse. So what happens is at the output I should get a perfect rectangular shape. Okay, but what is happening is that pulse is broadened or dispersed. The pulse dispersion से क्या हो जाएगा? Intersymbol interference हो जाएगा. That is, or that I already you have studied intersymbol interference in DCOM. So then I cannot make out what is the digital pulse that I am transmitting. Okay, so all these kinds of losses are there. So we have to see why my signal strength is decreasing. We have seen कि fabrication कितना sophisticated है. All are concealed in a tower or in a furnace or in a closed enclosure. But still, some external impurities might be there. There might be something wrong, or some things are added. Something might be deficient in that fabrication process. So all these things are happening. So as we progress, we will see what are those kinds of losses. So if I say what is the definition, so in your I'll just show you this diagram before you start. If anybody is making notes or whatever, you can, in one side, don't write anything else. You can say fiber loss is of two types. First is attenuation and the second category is dispersion. So agar fiber loss pucha, there are two kinds of fiber loss. One is loss due to attenuation, loss due to dispersion or distortion. Okay, and then under that, as I'll progress, I have typed few of them, the one which I'm going to cover today. So now what is attenuation and what is dispersion? Okay, so let us see the definition that is there. So usually attenuation, students say that decrease in the signal strength. So what is signal attenuation? That is given in your book. It determines the maximum unamplified or repeaterless distance between the transmitter and the receiver. See, you might feel that signal attenuate ho raha hai, so let us connect an amplifier or a repeater. It will be again amplified. No, when I'm measuring attenuation, it is the power level between the transmitter and the receiver without an amplifier or a repeater in between the channel. Okay, so that's what is signal attenuation. Signal distortion, so second category of fiber loss, it causes the optical pulse to broaden. Pulse dispersion ho jata hai. So there is overlapping with neighboring pulse. So it creates error in the receiver output. Now, due to this overlapping, it limits the information carrying capacity of the fiber. I cannot transmit at a higher bit rate because of this overlapping of pulse. So two category of loss where there is a decrease in signal strength, and secondly, there is a distortion, or you can say dispersion, in the shape of the pulse. So basically broadening of pulse takes place. Okay, so it's not my original pulse, so I call it as distortion. And since it is broadening, I can call it as dispersion also. So two categories. So today we will start with the first category, that is signal attenuation. Now I have one diagram which shows where all the loss. There are many other ways in which the loss process can happen. So here I took this diagram from the internet. So just see, I have the input signal. Okay, so here I have the source and this is my fiber. The yellow part is my cladding. White part is my cladding, yellow part is my core. So here when the light from the source is coupled, or you can say injected into the fiber, okay, there is some power level of the source. So here during this coupling of light from the source to the fiber, there will be some loss. So there is loss at the beginning only. So here I get injection loss. Then, okay, light enters through the fiber. Then there might be some particles, foreign particles, which are present apart from the silica glass. So those particles, they are absorbing the light. So I get absorption loss. Okay, so some impurities are present. There might be some impurities which are present. Okay, see how the diagram is drawn. So wahan pe kya ho raha hai? You can see these are reflected. So light ray, either it is Q or meridional ray, or you have an axial ray. If it is a single mode fiber, so the light is scattering out. Okay, it is coming out. So scattering out means this light is not following either the skew or the meridional path. So it is escaping into the cladding. So I have the scattering loss. Then we have seen tight buffering. Okay, if you remember tight buffering. So suppose there is some discontinuity in this fiber during the manufacturing. Okay, so that is called as micro bending loss. So yahan pe there is some discontinuity in the core and cladding. Okay, so then the light will strike over here and it is again escaping through scattering. So yahan pe I have the micro bending loss. Then I have macro bending loss. Macro bending loss will happen, as you know, when I lay down the fiber along the roadside, there are turns and twists and all. Okay, so I have this bends. So due to that bend also, I have losses. So that this type of loss is, which is due to bending of the fiber, that is called as macro bending. And this micro bending, which is like a discontinuity, this is a little bit enlarged way it is shown. Okay, so this is either due to the tight buffering के वजह से discontinuity हो गया, या during the manufacturing also there might be some discontinuity over here. So that causes micro bending loss. Then when I join one fiber to the another fiber, okay, whether it is a splice or I use a coupler or I use a connector, so there will be coupling loss or splicing loss or connector loss. Then again at the receiver end, when I connect it to the photodetector, again there will be some connection, there will be some junction. Okay, so some sort of connecting medium will be there to the photodetector. So there also I incorporate losses. So this is only one patch of fiber. So you can see at every stage there are losses that are taking place. But yes, the losses I can reduce. So we will see how I can reduce that loss. In spite of all these losses at every stage, still it is faster compared to all other communication. The bit rate that we achieve, that is also more compared to any of these other communication methods. So this was just an idea how many types of losses. This is not covering entire thing, but at least you, this visual diagram, you can make out कि कहाँ पे losses हो सकता है. So now we start with the attenuation loss. So we will start with signal attenuation. Now signal attenuation, as I have marked in this particular diagram, signal attenuation में first loss is absorption loss, scattering loss and bending loss. Those who are writing, you can please write this down. Fiber loss, you can make a chart, tree kind of diagram. It is of attenuation and dispersion. In attenuation, we have three categories, three types of attenuation loss are there. Loss due to absorption, scattering loss, bending loss. तो अगर attenuation किस से होता है, if I ask, so it is either due to absorption, scattering and bending. Okay, scattering, again there are many categories of scattering. Bending, again there are many categories of bending. So that I will show when I progress later on. So today we are going to study the first loss that causes attenuation. So scattering, bending and absorption, they all decrease the signal strength. So under absorption loss कैसे होता है? Okay, so absorption loss is caused by absorption by atomic defects, absorption by extrinsic absorption by impurity atoms, or intrinsic absorption by the basic constituent atom. So absorption loss due to atomic defect, extrinsic absorption and intrinsic absorption. So we will see what are all these three things, how it happens, and if possibly I can reduce it, that also we will see. These are sometimes at the manufacturing end. So as a user, if some things are already present in the fiber, I have to bear with it. The what thing is there in my hand at the user end is when I'm joining a connector, when I'm cabling the fiber, laying it down, when I'm splicing it, there should not be loss. So that all losses are in our hand. Okay. So at the other end, back end, during the fabrication, they need to take care and then they need to measure the attenuation loss, dispersion loss before they release the batch of fiber in the market. Okay, so your module 2.2 will check how do I measure attenuation, how do I measure dispersion, or how I do the measurement using your OTDR. So once I know all the losses in module 2.1, module 2.2 we will learn about the measurement techniques of those particular loss. So we start with the absorption loss. Okay, so absorption loss or scattering loss, bending loss. So basically what is absorption loss? Okay, so absorption loss, if I want to relate it, it is with respect to fiber material. Okay, so what is my core? What is my cladding? Okay, based on the fiber material, I have the absorption loss. Scattering loss, agar maine bola, so what it is associated with the fiber material as well as the structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. Okay, So the type of fiber material I have used, or if during the fabrication there is some defects, okay, some structural imperfections in the core or the cladding, then I get the scattering loss. So absorption, please remember kaise hota hai, it is only related to the fiber material. Scattering, fiber material as well as structural imperfection. Then radiative loss, or the famous one we use is bending loss. Okay, so it originates from the perturbation of the fiber geometry, the way we lay down the fiber. Okay, so that is again of two category, microscopic and macroscopic bending loss. And then the last one, this is not under attenuation, this is a separate loss, that is dispersion. It is due to the modes. In the fiber, we have number of modes traveling. If you remember, I had discussed what is graded, why we went for graded index fiber. There were multiple modes propagating in the fiber. So some modes used to travel slow, some modes used to travel faster. They are not reaching at the receiver at the same time. So that causes modal dispersion or the scattering of pulse. Or sorry, pulse broadening. Okay, so to reduce that, then I went for a graded index fiber, so that at the outside, those rays, they are traveling faster because the refractive index was less. Okay, and so we tried to change the refractive index of the port so that almost all the modes, they appear at the same time. So that was only to reduce the dispersion loss. From a step index multimode, we went to step index graded index fiber. So this we will discuss in the due course of time. So today we start with the attenuation loss. So what actually happens out of attenuation is there is a marked decrease in the transmitted power. So it limits the high speed operation. And if I'm transmitting the signal over a long distance, the efficiency decreases. So this we used to do in our lab as one of the hardware practicals. So I had said that also in one of my practical session, I think I have told how we used to measure attenuation loss. So we used to have a 1 meter cable, 3 meter cable, 5 meter cable. So we used to connect it between the transmitter and the receiver, and we used to measure the output voltage. So we can make out that for 1 meter, suppose I have a particular V0. If I just replace it with a 3 meter cable, the output voltage decreases. All the input and output settings remains the same. Again, I replace it with a 5 meter cable, the output decreases. Means as the length of the cable increases, the attenuation loss decreases. Attenuation loss increases. Okay, so attenuation of a light signal as it propagates along the fiber is an important consideration in the design of an optical communication system, since it plays a major role in determining the maximum transmission distance between a transmitter and a receiver or an inline amplifier. Now you might feel that we know that there is a loss of signal. Okay, the output is never equal to the input, then why I should be bothered so much about attenuation? You know that we lay the fiber across the entire country. It is even laid in the seas and it travels to the other continent also. So the main thing is a repeater. Agar mera signal bahut zyada attenuate ho gaya, so I should have a repeater or I should have an amplifier. So if my signal decreases too much, so then I have to have an amplifier and a repeater. And you know, amplifiers and repeaters, fiber amplifiers and repeaters are very costly. Okay, so it increases the overall system cost. So that's why instead of putting a repeater and an amplifier is an easy solution, but it's not cost effective. So we should try that our signal should not degrade that much, so that my repeater distance, hum log 5th generation tak aate the repeater spacing was too much. Why? Because there was all improvement in all aspects. We had a good source, we had fabricated a fiber with less attenuation, less dispersion. There were WDM multiplexers there. Okay, so my repeater spacing increased. Okay, so I have to take care कि मेरा repeater spacing ज़्यादा हो. Okay, so I use less repeaters or less amplifiers, because all equipments, fiber equipments, are very, very costly, and we simply cannot put an amplifier just because my signal strength is decreasing. So the longer the fiber is and farther the light has to travel, more the optical signal is attenuated. Okay, so how do I measure attenuation? So attenuation is measured in decibels per kilometer, that is dB per kilometer. So we call it either as the attenuation rate or we call it as the attenuation coefficient. So generally, sometimes what they do is they give you a scenario and they tell to calculate attenuation. Okay, so you remember the attenuation. Suppose sometimes in the language of the question, they say find out attenuation coefficient. Then you feel, Arey Baba, ye kya hai coefficient? So it is nothing but one and the same thing. So attenuation or attenuation rate or attenuation coefficient, all are one and the same thing, and usually be denoted by the symbol of alpha. Okay, so attenuation in dB, so I write alpha dB. Now, why attenuation in dB? Because sometimes they tell you calculate the attenuation per unit length of the fiber. Okay, so at that time it is alpha by L per unit length of the fiber, and it changes to dB per kilometer. Okay, so since it is alpha by L, so if they tell you calculate attenuation per kilometer, so then it is dB per kilometer. So these are the two units that you will be using in the numerical. I'll give you a couple of numerical in the next class. So agar sirf attenuation pucha, okay, so it's the power ratio, output power upon input power. So it is in dB, and then log of that you have to take. If it is attenuation per kilometer, per unit kilometer, then you, whatever alpha you are getting, you have to divide it by the length that is specified. So your unit becomes dB per kilometer. Okay, so this is just see a very important diagram. If a short note on attenuation comes, and if you are not drawing this particular diagram, तुम्हारा आधा marks वैसे ही चला जाता है. Whether you write very big theories and all, because this is a very important graph in fiber optics. You will not find out any content without this particular graph. Okay, so this is on the x-axis, I have wavelength in nanometer, and on the y-axis, I have attenuation in dB per kilometer. Okay, so attenuation varies depending on the fiber type as well as the operating wavelength. See, our range of fiber optics communication is from 800 to 1600 nanometer. So initially, when we were in the first generation, we were operating in the first optical window. So first optical window is centered at 850 nanometer. Okay, if you remember 850. So center is 850 nanometer. So this is the region of operation. Okay, so around 850 nanometer, so we used to operate. So that time my attenuation loss was around 2 dB per kilometer. Then they started all the research and everything. They tested the fiber, they fabricated the fiber. Then they found that around 1310, or sometimes they just use 1300 nanometer, there was significant decrease in the attenuation. So here you can see there was significant decrease in the attenuation of the fiber. Now, if you feel कि 1400 पे क्यों नहीं किया, just see the scenario over here, the standard fiber, which is with the dark line. At 1400 nanometers, suddenly the attenuation loss was more. This was all tested. Now, how and all that you will understand as we progress through all the types of losses. Okay, so suddenly at 1400, again the attenuation loss was more. So then this was not selected. Okay, it was decreasing, and again they found out that at 1550 nanometer, that is my third window, I have the losses less. Okay, so at 1550 it was the least loss. Uske baad वापस से if I am increasing the wavelength, one feels कि ठीक है और increase करते हैं तो losses और कम होगा. No, you can see the losses again it increased. Okay, so it is due to this nature of the attenuation or the testing what all the scientists and researchers have done. So it was found that at the first window, second window, third window, I have the least losses. So that's why all commercial fibers they operate at 1550 nanometer. Your WDM, your wavelength division multiplexing technique. I am using this term again and again, Fiber uses WDM, wavelength division multiplexing. Okay, so it is at 1550 nanometer. The current generation WDM. We do have fibers at 1310 nanometer or 1300 nanometers. We have sources. So यहाँ पे laser भी आ चुका था. Okay, now we are trying to manufacture a new source which has the feature of both laser as well as LED. ऐसा नहीं कि LED हम use ही नहीं करेंगे. Yes, but at 1550 nanometer, right now the preferences we are trying to use we are using a laser only. So research is going on to produce a different altogether a different source which will combine the best features of LED as well as the laser. So this is your attenuation curve. Sometimes in those 5 marks question or 2 marks question which we used to have in your normal IA. Okay, so simply draw the attenuation curve with respect to wavelength. So this you can draw. So if by chance you have a short node, this graph should be there. So this now why all these things are happening, that we will see later on. कि यहाँ पे क्यों suddenly ऐसा हो गया, फाइबर के साथ क्या हो गया कि वेवलेंथ डिक्रीज किया, सॉरी इंक्रीज किया तो लॉस कम होना चाहिए, डिक्रीज होना चाहिए, but suddenly the loss was more. Okay, so we will be seeing कि how the fiber, that silica glass, how it behaves when I am increasing the wavelength. But one thing is clear, that the fiber losses or the attenuation losses is decreasing as I am increasing the wavelength. So not all wavelength, but at specific wavelength, as I'm increasing the wavelength, the fiber loss decreases. So that's why we prefer to use the third window, or we prefer to use higher wavelength for operating or operation. If you have any doubt, please ask. I am constantly speaking. Okay, for silica-based optical fiber, we have the single mode fiber. They have lower attenuation compared to a multi-mode fiber. The higher the wavelength, that from the graph we can say, lower is the attenuation. Now this is true over typically 800 to 1600 nanometer operating wavelength range for conventional datacom and optical fiber. Lower the wavelength, less expensive is the optics. But what is happening is, since we are using higher wavelength, okay, so all our equipments, all the devices, they become costly. And we have to operate because we want to decrease, or we will prefer attenuation to be less. So the overall cost of the optic communication increases because we are trying to operate, or we are using things at higher wavelength. Okay, so now we will see all this category of absorption. Okay, so this was just all your introduction to your attenuation loss. Now we will go into the detail how these losses are happening. Okay, so what is absorption loss? From the name, absorb. Okay, so something I am absorbing. Okay, the dictionary meaning of absorbing, I think all of you know. Okay, so absorption occurs when the light beam is partially absorbed by lingering material. Now, what are those material? Namely, water and metal ions within the core of the fiber as well as cladding. Okay, so I am supposed to have a core of silica. Okay, some dopings might be there. You might feel कि इसके अंदर अभी water molecules कैसे आ गया? If you remember, we had, when we were fabricating the fiber, SiCl4, that gas was passed in that particular chamber, and it used to react with oxygen. Okay, now how that oxygen was generated? From that oxyhydrogen torch. Okay, so वो एक torch था, or we had a heater which used to heat and used to supply oxygen. So SiCl4 plus O2 react hota hai, to SiO2, that is silica, and that Cl4 gas, that is the exhaust. Okay, so in that process, some water molecules agar aa gaya, okay, some vapor might have been formed, in the chamber, or some external impurity, or okay, some contents are there on the furnace. Okay, so that gets stick to the fiber core and the cladding. So this way the external material, so absorption kaise hoga? So these two words I have highlighted. Some water particles, water molecules, or some metal ion that might be present in the core, or it might be there in the cladding. So what happens is, as signal travels through the fiber, these impurity, what they will do is they will absorb some of the light. Okay, so impurity wahan pe hai, already it is present in the structure. So as the light is striking that particular impurity, it is absorbing the light. Absorbing light, तो मेरा overall light तो कम हो गया, so my signal gets weak. Okay, so it absorbs some of the light, it weakens the signal. Therefore, longer the fiber, जितना लंबा fiber होगा, ज़्यादा लंबा होगा, तो उतने foreign particles ज़्यादा हो जाएंगे. Okay, so they are more prone to attenuation. So preferably shorter fiber होना चाहिए, but that is not possible because we are laying the fiber across the entire city, across the entire country from top to bottom. So my length has to be more. So fiber of shorter length is not the solution. Okay, but this you can prove by doing the practical, that yes, longer the fiber length, more impurities will be there in that particular fiber, and the attenuation of signal takes place. So absorption occurs when impurities such as metal particles and moistures are trapped in the glass. Now this causes attenuation at specific wavelength and dissipating it in the form of energy. Now this is not just a sentence that I am reading it out. Water particles, moisture, metal particles, they are present in the fiber, but not at all wavelength might be they are causing the attenuation of signal. This word I want to highlight, that at a specific wavelength kya hota hai, those particles will cause more loss. Okay, now how loss? Signal to hai, signal is in one form of energy. Okay, so it is converted into another form of energy. So that is the energy is in the form of heat. So light energy is converted to heat energy, and that heat energy cannot be destroyed. Okay, jitna energy hai, it can be converted to one form of energy. That is the universal law. Energy cannot be created nor it can be destroyed. That is the sentence that we use. Okay, so it has to be converted. Jab optical signal loss ho raha hai, to wo signal ja kahan raha hai? Okay, so it is transferred in the form, or it is converted to an heat energy, and that heat energy escapes the particular fiber. It is of no use to us. So absorption, if I want to define, so this is the definition of absorption. See, right now I am telling you, ठीक है, जो लोग ध्यान से सुन रहे हैं, I don't know what is the condition at your end, you are sitting there. At this moment you will remember, or remember मतलब समझ में आया, but later on you forget everything, and then you search internet और कुछ भी उलट सुलट डाल दोगे. Okay, so what is absorption? Absorption is defined as attenuation. So absorption is in the category of attenuation. That is something you should remember at the start. And it results from the conversion of optical power to another form of energy, that is heat. And it is caused if some foreign particles such as metal ions, moisture, or water molecules which are trapped in the glass. So here you can see nowhere as a customer or as a company who is into the service is contributing to the loss. It is strictly during the manufacturing process, these foreign particles were induced in the fiber core or cladding. So what we can try to do is, we can try to have more sophisticated manufacturing technology so that all these impurities are not present in the particular fiber. So now absorption, hope you know what is absorption now. Some foreign particles, moisture, water molecules are present in the fiber core or cladding. So jaise hi light strikes on those particles, the light is absorbed. Okay, or you can say conversion of light energy into heat energy takes place, and that heat is radiated. So there is a loss of signal. Now absorption is caused by three factors. Okay, so please make that tree diagram. Fiber attenuation, fiber loss. First is attenuation, dispersion. Please try to draw. I make the students draw that this way. So either a tree or whatever, and keep that page blank. Don't write anything on that page, whatever you want to write, because next lecture we will be doing numericals also on attenuation. So don't start writing. So यहाँ पे लिखो fiber loss. First category is attenuation. Please write the full form. That this is dispersion. Under attenuation, we have three category: absorption, scattering, and bending. So I insist that you write this, otherwise you forget. So this is absorption, scattering, bending. Okay, three kinds of attenuation loss. Under absorption, you have all these three, the one which is there in the slide. Okay, so imperfection, or you can say atomic defects, intrinsic absorption, extrinsic absorption. If I give a question in the exam, draw the entire tree diagram of the attenuation. ना तुमको इंटरनेट में मिलेगा, ना कोई भी Google, any search engine will not give you this particular diagram. Okay, it will be taught by the teachers in their respective classes, so in their class note, in the student's book, it will be there. जिसका copy internet पे नहीं मिलेगा. So if you are doing it right now, you will have it in your own book. No need to search here and there if by chance you have an online exam. Okay, so please make that. ये है fiber loss. Okay, so fiber loss, two category. Attenuation, I'm not writing the full form. Dispersion. Attenuation is of three category: absorption, scattering, bending loss. Okay, so keep one full page for this. Don't write anything, whatever you want to write from next page. Then absorption loss is of three category: imperfections in atomic structure, that is atomic defect you can write, intrinsic absorption, and extrinsic absorption. Okay, so now we will study about first one, that is the imperfection in atomic structure, or you can say defects in atomic structure of the fiber material. Okay, so absorption by atomic defects. So what are atomic defects? Atomic defects are basically the imperfection in the atomic structure of the fiber molecule. Now what do you mean by the atomic defect? Okay, so जैसे fabricate होना चाहिए था fiber, okay, all continuous molecules or so, there might be some missing molecule. Okay, so some molecule is missing, so that is an atomic defect. Or in some places there might be a more clutter of atoms present. Okay, एक जगह पे ज़्यादा atoms present हो गए. Okay, so there is a high density or clutter of atoms group, so that also I can consider it as an atomic defect. Or oxygen defects. Okay, oxygen defects in glass structure means oxygen molecules are present in the glass structure. So absorption losses arising from all these defects, they are negligible compared with intrinsic and impurity absorption. Okay, but it can be significant if the fiber is exposed to ionization radiation. देखो ये सब defects तो है fiber में. Suppose there is a missing molecule, high density of atom, oxygen defect, but still what they are saying is, if such defect is there in the fiber, the absorption loss due to this defects are less compared to the other two. Other two matlab intrinsic absorption and extrinsic absorption. So, and if you see all this, how I can reduce all this? Only when my fabrication process will look into all that, so that I have a very sophisticated manufacturing technique. And nowadays we do have all these techniques. That's why the loss due to all these defects is less. Okay, so this is absorption by atomic defects. But if suppose there are some ionization radiation present, then these defects might behave abnormally. Okay, so abnormally behave matlab kya ho jata hai? The particles might tend to vibrate if I am operating. if I'm exposed to that radiation. The moment the structure through which my light is passing, it starts vibrating or oscillating. Vibrating matlab not shaking heavily and all, but those glass particles, imagine that very thin glass is there. It starts oscillating or vibrating. So then there is, due to that vibration or oscillation, the signal might be lost. Okay, so that way losses takes place, but still loss due to atomic defect is less. And the only solution I can reduce this loss is I have to take care during the fabrication technique. Next is the extrinsic absorption. Okay, by impurity atoms. So I have atomic defects, extrinsic absorption, intrinsic absorption. Now extrinsic absorption mein kya hota hai? I have the impurity present in the glass. Okay, so the dominant absorption factor in silica fiber is the presence of minute quantities of impurities in the fiber material. Okay, so extrinsic absorption loss actually zyada hai compared to atomic defect, because atomic defect I can improve or itna nahi hota in the fiber manufacturing. So now what are these impurities, external impurities that are present? Okay, there might be OH or water ion dissolved in glass, or there might be some transition metal ions such as iron, copper, chromium, and vanadium. So all these external impurities, if by chance, now you might feel that we had poured it, we had this fiber melting and all, but remember it's a process. Okay, so the chamber in which I might do this, that might be contaminated. Okay, the environment where I am fabricating, just imagine that OVPO technique, it was outside vapor phase oxidation technique. So it was something outside. So from the environment, if some particles come and stick to that glass, so it will remain over there. Okay, so all these external impurities are present. Now you might feel OH ion kahan se aaya? So OH ion impurities in the fiber preform results mainly from the oxyhydrogen flame that was used in the hydrolysis reaction of SiCl4 or GeCl4 or PoCl3 starting material. So that oxyhydrogen flame, which is actually there in all the fabrication technique, only for plasma activated technique jo hai, instead of an oxyhydrogen torch, we used a plasma inside to generate that heat to melt and all that. Rest all other techniques, we had an oxyhydrogen flame, which was we have used the term traversing burner. Okay, jo yahan jata tha, it used to move across that entire cylindrical structure to generate the heat. So due to that, this OH ion water molecules were present in the glass. This might be the contaminants from the furnace, from the chamber, from the enclosure where the fiber is getting fabricated. So this is your extrinsic absorption, and again this is all I can reduce by having a sophisticated manufacturing technique. Okay, so the extrinsic absorption is mainly due to the impurities that are present in the, and the names now you know. Now attenuation is if such impurities are by chance present, the attenuation is around 1 dB per kilometer, which is a big amount of loss. देखो पहला जो loss due to absorption, loss due to atomic defect था, that they were telling it is not so significant. But extrinsic absorption में, if these impurities are present, the attenuation is quite high, and we cannot have 1 dB per kilometer attenuation due to the impurities present. So we need to take care during the fabrication कि कोई ऐसा impurity पहले से fiber के अंदर ना आए. Okay, so it's not the fiber technology. If we are thinking कि we are laying down the fiber, communication, no. The fabrication, manufacturing of all these components, that is altogether also a separate challenge for the engineers, and it is all those EXTC engineers only who are involved. Now the last category of absorption is intrinsic absorption. Okay, now intrinsic absorption is associated with the basic fiber material, that is pure silica. Okay, now what is happening in the intrinsic absorption is we usually operate in the ultraviolet or the infrared region. That is what we have seen. the range of fiber optics communication. So either ultraviolet or infrared region. Now in this ultraviolet region or infrared region, the problem is we have certain absorption bands and vibration bands. So क्या होता है? I have the normal glass structure only that is made up of pure silica. Suppose if my wavelength is falling in that particular absorption band or vibration band, okay, so what happens is loss of signal. It will vibrate, okay, or it will observe the signal. So this is the reason why we don't or we cannot operate at all the wavelength. 1400 nanometer wavelength पे क्यों नहीं हम operate कर पाए? Why we had to go to 1500 nanometer? It was कि at might be 1400 nanometer, the absorption band it falls or it is the vibration band. So what happens कि जो glass particle है, it starts vibrating or oscillating and my signal is lost. So all these researchers, all these things they have done so that we are not able to operate at the other wavelength. 1310 के बाद directly हम लोग 1550 में गए. Okay, so it is due to these behavior of the glass. See, it was a pure glass only, but since we are operating in these two regions, in ultraviolet we have the absorption band, in infrared we have the vibration band. Okay, and that was causing the loss of my particular signal. I just finished with intrinsic absorption and then I can leave you. So intrinsic absorption, it is mainly due to basic material structure of the glass. However, pure glass may be, some impurities are present. Now, what is we are telling is, it is intrinsic absorption is not due to impurity. Intrinsic absorption, extrinsic absorption was due to the external impurities that is present. But it is due to the molecular structure of glass. And we know, we have discussed that the glass, they have irregular molecular structure. It is not a regular pattern in glass. That's why we could not decide कि glass का exact melting point क्या है. 1000 to 2000 degrees Celsius पे we used to introduce it in the furnace and the glass, that silica used to melt. Okay, so it is due to this irregular molecular structure. So क्या होता है? Due to those vibration band and absorption band, when the wave is propagating, so what happens? There is transition of electrons to the higher energy level, and all these things, whatever is happening, this is causing loss of signal. Of course, the attenuation is not very high, but I cannot neglect it. That is what it is said. In addition to this, there is a molecular vibration. This vibration is at the cost of absorption of energy. Okay, see, all this logic, suppose if the examiner wants to change the question paper, listen carefully, those who are not paying attention. If suppose they tell you draw the attenuation graph, why only these 3 optical windows are selected, not the other range of, because range to 800 to 1600 nanometer hai. So all these reasons which are present in the topic of loss will help you to give the answer ki why we could not select the other wavelength, why there was loss suddenly from 1310 jaise maine wavelength ko increase kiya, why there was sudden loss. Okay, so all these reasons are hidden in some form of the answer. Okay, so read your book of senior. Aaj tak pucha nahi hai, but you never know, they can ask. In addition to this, there is a molecular vibration, and any vibration, or you can call it as oscillation, will happen at the cost of absorption of energy. Okay, so here they have specified some wavelength, at which wavelength the oscillation structures takes place. Okay, so you might get all these figures. So some of them are there in my slides. So at 9.2, 8.1, 7.2, 11, and other also 1400. Okay, there was oscillation that was happening, and due to oscillation there was absorption of energy. Okay, so absorption of energy hua, so there is attenuation due to vibration of the material structure. So koi external impurity nahi tha, but the glass only Pure silica only behaved in that particular way. Also, by chance, some chlorides and fluoride glass impurities are present. That also can cause intrinsic absorption. Okay, so chlorides and fluorides, they exist at 50 micrometer wavelength, but we usually don't operate at 50 micrometer wavelength. ये सब चीजें डाली है facts and figures when they were testing the fiber at all particular wavelength. But since we don't operate at 50 micrometer, so there is this problem of chlorides and fluoride glass impurities are ruled out. See, the last formula you can write, because my lecture as such ends at 1:15. So attenuation, tomorrow we'll do a problem on this. So the channel attenuation determines the maximum transmission distance prior to signal restoration. So alpha in dB. So the simple formula 10 log 10 pi upon PO. So pi is the input transmitted power and PO is the output or the received optical power. And this I've already mentioned. If I'm talking of signal attenuation per unit length, it is alpha by L dB per kilometer. Formula wise, this is very simple. Okay, but the way you will see in the next class, the way they will present the question, ये है, ऐसा है, वैसा है, ये है, वो है, you will feel what I am supposed to do. Okay. So directly P in or P out nahi rahega. There might be splicing loss, there might be connector loss, there might be junction loss. So you have to calculate all these things to arrive at your PO. Okay, and then you can calculate alpha. Okay, so this formula we will be using throughout. So in the loss, this is the first formula, and alpha by L, this is the second formula. So with this, I stop my lecture today.